Welcome to the BeeCreative podcast. Hello and welcome to a very creepy version of the BeeCreative podcast numero 6 with King Beaner. Are you there?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
You're here? You don't sound here.
You sounded like Count Chocula for a second there.
Hello and welcome to the BeeCreative podcast numero 6. Did you see how I did numero because you're Mexican?
Yeah, that's pretty clever there.
I want to make sure you understood what we were doing.
I fully understood just because you did that.
How about you do an intro then, hot shot? Come on.
Fuck Chris.
That's not an intro.
Welcome to the Nomad Creative podcast. Fuck Chris.
What number?
Number 6.
Alright, so anyway, today we're going to do a Halloween episode, and we figured we'd start off with the origins of Halloween. Now, shall I read this? Do you want to read it, Nomad?
You go ahead and read
Halloween, or Halloween, a contraction of All Hallows Evening, also known as All Halloween, All Hallows Eve, or All Saints Eve, is a yearly celebration observed in a number of countries on 31 October, the eve of the Western Christian feast of All Hallows Day. It initiates the Triduum of All Hallow Tide, the time in the liturgical year dedicated to remembering the dead, including saints, hallows, how do you say it? Martyrs, and all the faithful departed believers. Within All Hallow Tide, the traditional focus of All Hallows Eve revolves around the theme of using humor and ridicule to confront the power of death. According to many scholars, All Hallows Eve is a Christianized feast, initially influenced by Celtic harvest festivals, with possible pagan roots, particularly the Gaelic Samhain. Other scholars maintain that it originated independently of Samhain and has solely Christian roots. Typical festive Halloween activities include trick-or-treating or the related guising, attending costume parties, decorating, carving pumpkins into jack-o'-lanterns, lighting bonfires, apple bobbing, visiting haunted house attractions, playing pranks, telling scary stories, and watching horror films. In many parts of the world, the Christian religious observances of All Hallows Eve, including attending church services and lighting candles on the graves of the dead, remain popular, although in other locations, these solemn customs are less pronounced in favor of a more commercialized and secularized celebration, because many Western Christian denominations encourage, although no longer require, abstinence from meat of All Hallows Eve. The tradition of eating certain vegetarian foods for this vigil day developed, including the consumption of apples, kolkanon, cider, potato pancakes, and soul cakes.
Soul cakes.
What is a soul cake?
Isn't that like when they go to people's houses and then they pray for souls, and then in return they give them like these little cakes to eat, so they call them soul cakes because they're praying for souls. Yeah,
Never heard that.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Huh. You ever had one?
That is. I've never had a soul cake, but I wish I had one.
Did you know?
You know what I wish? I wish they sold soul cakes at the store and like the label on it had the face of James Brown.
And what if it was made up of like bodies?
No, never mind.
No?
I don't eat that shit. No.
Why? Well,
why would I want to eat people for?
Haven't you seen Soylent Green?
Yes, I have seen Soylent Green, and that is disgusting.
It kept a lot of people healthy, though.
Oh my god.
The word Halloween or Halloween dates to about 1745 and is of Christian origin. Oh, this is the same kind of stuff. The word Halloween means hallowed evening or holy evening. It comes from a Scottish term for All Hallows Eve, the evening before All Hallows Day. In Scots, the word eve is even, and this is contracted to oen or een. Over time, All Hallows Eve evolved into Halloween, although the phrase All Hallows is found in Old English. I can't read that German word. All Saints Mass Day, All Hallows Eve, it itself not seen until 1556. That is old.
Very old. Actually, out in like Ireland and all those places, they instead of carving a pumpkin, they carve what is it like a squash or something like that.
Really?
Yeah,
You know a lot about this. Is it your favorite holiday?
maybe I'm the devil and I just know everything about it.
Why do you? Why?
What?
Why are you the devil?
Because I know everything about Halloween.
Growing up, I always thought Halloween was kind of fascinating that you dress up as demons
You know,
and
I,
you go terrorize your neighborhood. Like it's interesting that it's such a celebrated demonic day.
yeah, I grew up in a Christian home, so I was always told that it was like the devil's day and it's
So
evil and
did
shit.
you dress up and do trick or treating?
You know, the church used to have this thing where they used to call it the Halloween hoedown, and everybody would
And
go
the
to the
hose
church.
came out?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
everybody would just go to church and have their own little Halloween at church instead of going out and house to house. Basically,
So you
that's what
still
would
got
happen.
candy?
Yeah, pretty much. I just didn't go door to door and knock on people's houses.
You knocked on classroom doors at church?
No, what they would do is they like in the area they'd have all these little games that you would play like a carnival, and you'd play them, and then
Yeah,
you'd
I've
get
been to
candy in
that.
return. Yeah, it's
I
shit like
rem-
that.
I remember one time when I was a kid, they had this whole thing set up for Halloween. I don't know if it wasn't church, it was something to do with school. I don't know. But they had this station where the people would like the adults were dressed up and you'd put your hand in these different places. And I remember
Yeah.
this poll, it said, put your hand in here and you'll feel brains. And I reached in there, it's all squishy and it freaked me out. But then like now I realized it was just spaghetti.
What, what if you're reaching into someone's anus and you didn't know it?
And it smelled like spaghetti. Well, then they have a bad case of
Well,
worms.
it was like, is that like your? So kind of sounds like it's your first glory hole.
Well, let's not talk about that. That's a different episode. I don't want to
Yeah.
talk about. You know what we should talk
Banners.
about though?
What?
Well, actually, first, what kind of things did you dress up as growing up? What kind of costumes?
Uh, I remember when I was really little, I was like a bunny rabbit,
You
had the
fucking
ears and
fag.
everything. You know what? Don't be hating on my bunny rabbit, alright?
What else?
Bugs bunnied out. Um, fuck. It's hard to remember. It's a long time ago.
I remember I
I used to
was
dress up as bums and shit like that. Remember?
bombs.
Bums.
Oh, bums. Really?
Yeah.
I did Batman multiple times, Ninja Turtles. I had this big thing for the Grim Reaper for a while. Why?
I
I did a lot of Scream. I loved that mask.
Yeah, that mask was sweet.
Done the Jason, the hockey mask. I did a lot. Actually, I did a lot of Halloween stuff. Now that I think about it, my mom used to get super into these holidays, and we used to have to like decorate the hell out of our houses, like for all of them. But Halloween was my favorite, and we used to make like makeshift little Halloween or haunted house that kids had to walk through to get to the candy. My dad would jump out of the chair at them and stuff. And we had all these, like we had this creepy door handle thing you hang on the door, and they had to like the thing that you would lift up and knock with. I don't know what that. I guess it's
Yeah.
a knocker. And the thing would just like come to life and talk to him.
What the fuck?
I used to think it was so cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we did that. We didn't do that too much, but it was fun. But I don't remember. Like, I remember one time I went trick or treating and I was in a Batman mask and I had a really bad ear infection and the shit was like the shit would come out of my ear running down my neck. But
Oh no.
it was bad. And I had I still had the Batman mask on, so it was getting all in the fabric of the mask and it was on my neck and it was really gross. But I didn't care because I had to go trick or treating. What else? Should we talk about scary stories in our life?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever visited any haunted places?
Haunted places? I've drove by like a haunted road, but I only did it in the like daytime. Like over here, there's like these back roads, and like at night, if you drive past this cemetery, a lot of people claim that their cars will just turn off by themselves, and they won't turn back on until you push the car past the cemetery. And actually, a couple of my cousin actually said that happened to her when they went over there. I guess she went over there to go fuck around and just she didn't really believe it or anything. She just went just for fun, and she ended up going, and it actually happened to her.
No way.
And she could like hear like the woman crying and everything.
I wonder if it's like date specific, or is it like year round this could happen?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like year round, but I don't think it happens every time you drive past it. But like, there's those unlucky people that it happens to.
You should do it.
I guess the lady like hung herself there or something.
Why would she have power over stopping cars? That's interesting.
I don't know. I guess it's just the paranormal activity making her stop at the cemetery.
What's the area called?
I honestly don't know. It's just a bunch of back roads. Like,
Oh, that's even creepier.
yeah, I honestly don't know. But yeah, there's a couple of creepy places, haunted places in town.
You should go there right now and record.
No.
I remember when I was a kid, we went to Juneau, Arizona. Let me look it up real quick.
Juneau.
Yep, Juneau. Was it Juneau? Let me see. I don't know if that's it. Have you ever heard of it?
I've never heard of Juneau. I've just heard of the movie.
You haven't heard of the city in Arizona then?
No.
Jerome. There we go. Jerome. Have you heard of Jerome?
No, what the fuck? There's a lot of black people there.
Yeah, I went Shut up. Jerome Grand Hotel in Arizona is the largest National Historic Landmark building in Jerome, Arizona, and at 1 mile high, the views from the Jerome Grand Hotel are breathtaking. Located near downtown Jerome, offers a unique experience, stay with shopping, blah, 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 blah. But the hotel was an old hospital.
No.
Where's the history of it? All I know is we stayed in the absolute most haunted room, which was the room where they was the surgery room.
So you purposely chose the most haunted room?
With my parents, yeah.
Oh. Those are some adventurous parents there. So what happened in the room?
Nothing. I didn't sleep, but I didn't see anything or hear anything either.
You didn't feel like anything was watching you or anything?
I was young. I was probably like 14.
Okay.
But I was all into that stuff, but nothing happened. But I remember we watched Arachnophobia, that old spider movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
We watched that the night we got there, and I don't remember anything scary happening. But it's a very scary looking hotel, I tell you that much. Like they have the old metal elevator with the gate that goes in front and all that.
Oh no, I don't like that shit.
Yeah, it made all that noise going up, and that was scary. But nothing actually happened.
Maybe the ghosts were on vacation.
James and I always wanted to go visit haunted stuff. We tried a couple places in Arizona, but nothing really.
Nothing happened.
Nothing worth mentioning. No.
I would
love to do that.
That's how it goes though. When you go like ghost hunting, and shit doesn't happen.
Nothing happens.
Right? Yeah, sometimes shit just doesn't happen.
Well, I saw. What was it yesterday or today? You posted a link to the 10 of America's most haunted abandoned places.
Oh yeah.
When do you want to start going with me?
Dude, that'd be awesome. Like that house in the picture is fucking scary as shit, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna run down these. I don't know which one. Is that one of them?
What is this place?
All right, well, let's start at number 10. Number 10 is the Mansfield Reformatory, Mansfield, Ohio. Maybe we get some of the Ohio people to go to it.
Oh yeah, I should.
Numerous individuals were executed or murdered here, and several others committed suicide. The ones who continue to cause the greatest disturbances are the 100 or so inmates who simultaneously spent 30 days in solitary confinement cells. The maximum capacity at the time was supposed to be 20 people.
Good lord.
So 100 people were crammed in a 20-person room.
I bet you some of them just went insane and started killing each other.
God, you imagine?
Fuck
you
that. That is
spending
horrible.
30 days standing straight up.
Yeah.
How do you do that to people?
I don't know.
30 days in a 20-person room with 100 people.
That is disgusting. Like everybody's like pissing on each other and shitting on each other.
I am extremely claustrophobic too. Yeah, imagine that someone's pee running down your leg and then you step in someone's turd, just pushing between your toes.
Yeah, I wonder if like any of them like got a boner and then like everybody's like boners are touching each other.
Did they eat?
I don't know. Maybe they had to suck each other's off for like
Some
for
protein.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, some protein, you know, just to survive.
Yeah. Number 9, Bannerman Castle, Beacon, New York. I should have went there, huh?
Ooh, you should have went there. How
It's
dare
probably
you?
nowhere
Next
near.
time.
It's
Go
probably
next
nowhere.
time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Direct Savannah and Stacy in there. The island this place sits on was declared haunted long before the Bannermans ever broke ground with their house. The local Native Americans stayed clear of it due to its population of
Malevolent.
malevolent spirits. I know how to say it, but I got stuck. Further, the area is believed to be stomping ground of the sunken Flying Dutchman ship and its ghostly crew.
Dun dun dun.
What? Now that's interesting.
That's cool as shit.
Wow, that is
You know,
really
it'd be cool as hell seeing a ghost ship, man.
Fuck yeah, like the one from Wind Waker.
Fuck yeah.
Oh man, that would be creepy as hell though. You imagine being somewhere and you see not even just a ghost, but a whole ship
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
like
fuck.
floating in the water, making those
So
creaky ship noises.
First thing I think is like, damn, please don't shoot your cannon at me.
Yeah, right? I don't want to get ghost cannoned.
Exactly.
Man, I wonder where that is. Beacon, New York. I kind of want to look up the geography of it. Should I? Let me see. Do you have time, Nomad? Nomad,
Oh yeah,
do you have time? Are you okay?
yeah. It's from this photo. It says it's on an island over there in New York. It's called
Okay, I looked it up.
Palepo Island or something like that.
Oh wow, see that's far from where I was. That's way
Look what it
north.
looks like though. It looks fucking awesome.
And let me zoom in. Man,
Castle looks fucking cool as shit, dude.
let me see here. How do you change this on Google Maps to...
You just click on it.
Oh wait, here we go. Terrain, that's what I want.
Yeah. Oh man, that looks so. It's a really small island too. It's pretty creepy actually.
You don't want to go there?
No, I would go, but just saying it looks really fucking creepy. This is how horror movies start.
Yeah.
There should be a horror movie like on this island.
There should be
make
like
one.
they should shoot like a horror movie on this island.
That's a great idea. I wish I would have thought of that.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Now I've got the Google Earth. That just looks like a scary place.
It is. Oh, there's a picture of the inside. That's freaky as shit.
Let's go.
Let's do it. I'm scared though. But I'll do it.
What's next on the list? Number 8, Remington Arms Factory, Bridgeport, Connecticut. When operations were in full swing, this was one of the largest munition factories in the world. Output was more important than safety, and as a result, a number of workers perished on the job. Police still patrol the abandoned plant and say that disembodied screams are a usual occurrence.
Oh, that would be freaky.
What?
I've heard stuff before like that, and it's like it's worse. Like honestly, it's worse than seeing something because you don't know where it's coming from, and it's scary as shit.
I don't think that matters. I think any screams or seeing something would be terrifying as fuck.
Oh, it is for sure.
Would you go here?
Remington's Arm Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd bring an extra pair of
Underwear?
boxers. Yeah.
Why, you think you'd poopy in yourself?
As soon as I hear that disembodied scream, I'm gonna shit myself.
You would?
Yes. Who wouldn't?
I opened up the actual Google Earth program. I'm gonna look up the names in it. Wow. I suggest anybody listening to this should go look this shit up.
Yeah, look that shit up. It's pretty crazy.
Are you looking at it? Like, that just looks like a scary area.
The pictures come up.
Uh-uh.
Oh yeah, the factory looks pretty creepy.
Yeah, it does. Why don't they... I want you to live in one of these, Nomad.
Why would you want me to live in a place like that?
Why wouldn't you? You like horror stuff.
I do, but it doesn't mean I want to like die from it.
You don't?
Oh.
See, that's out there near Renegade. Renegade's in
Oh.
Boston. This is just northeast of...
Renegade should handle it then.
Oh, it's a pretty big trip. I mean, but yeah. Wait, no. He's in Boston now. Yeah, he should go. I wouldn't mind doing these. Alright, what's next?
The next one's next to
another New York.
Susia.
North Brother Island, New York, New York, located only a few hundred yards from a highly populated section of the Bronx. This seldom visited place once served as a quarantine center. One of the occupants was Typhoid Mary, the Irish immigrant who spread the namesake infection but showed no symptoms herself. What?
Wow, that's
I've never
pretty
heard of this. Have
crazy.
you heard of this?
No, never. That's crazy though.
She had typhoid fever and was spreading it and didn't know she had it?
Yeah.
What?
Showed no symptoms at all. So basically, she was like the carrier of the sickness, but it didn't infect her.
Irish immigrant who spread the... I wonder what year that was.
Dude,
It had to be like...
look this place up. It like the
What?
Google images are so fucking creepy on this place.
North Brother Island?
Yes, this place looks like legit. The whole island looks like it's haunted as shit.
See, images. Oh my god.
The theater room
yeah.
looks like fucking so scary.
Do you see the one with all the overgrown bushes and shit?
Yeah, I
And
do.
the one with all the broken out windows?
Yep.
Holy fuck.
It even has the classical spiral staircase on it. Good
God.
lord. This place is just
Would you go through here?
not alone, but yeah, I would. No, it looks like really fucking cool, but scary at the same time.
Would you go at night?
Yeah, but
God.
not alone
and then,
though.
And like the old, like, panel or something, like the old stuff they used back then looks creepy as fuck.
Really cool. Brother Island is like right next to Savannah. Then
Why doesn't she go?
you should go, Susie. I want you to go.
Susia, go.
Get
Savannah,
ghosts
that's
touch
who we're
your
talking.
butt.
Oh, this looks terrifying. This is like,
It is. It's scary.
it's like Outlast stuff.
Trippy, like where it's located too. It's like it's so populated, and all of a sudden, like right in the middle of this little body of water, there's an island.
And seeing, like,
So out of place.
I know. The pictures with the snow, that makes it even creepier to me. Damn, you're right.
So-
Like the picture of just the island,
Yeah.
there's just these big buildings on it. What was this building? It was a
Oh, like
quarantine center.
quarantine place. Yeah. So the whole island is for quarantine.
Oh my god.
So you can imagine like all the crazy shit that happened there.
I wonder how many, I wish it said how many people died there. Obviously, some did.
Too many to count. They probably stopped. You probably stopped keeping count.
Number 6, Waverly Hills Sanitarium. See that shit? Louisville,
That is-
Kentucky. It's a
That is the most famous spot.
Is it?
It's a
This
really
is-
famous spot.
It's only number 6 though. It's a cornucopia of spooky, cold spots, chilling cries, wandering apparitions, and generally creepy feelings can be found just about everywhere. People wanting to experience the best of what it's got to offer are urged to visit the 5th floor. What is this? You know about this, it sounds like.
There's a lot of investigations here by ghost hunters. It's a really big hot spot for paranormal activity. I believe there's actually like this really big tunnel in it where they used to carry out the bodies, and like the tunnel is actually like really fucking creepy, and it's like supposed to be a really haunted spot. They would the tunnel is really large, so they would like roll all the bodies out of away from the hospital, and I think they like dump them somewhere.
Dude, the pictures are terrifying.
Yeah, it's really
Like the building,
Freaky
the
place.
structure itself looks...
yeah, it's closed, and they only opened it up to certain people.
I see internal shots, there's a bunch of graffiti in there.
There's some pictures there too of like ghosts and stuff on Google Images, like pictures
well,
that ghosts are taken,
Maybe.
if it's real. But yeah, I've watched like probably like 3 or 4 ghost investigations here. It's a pretty interesting place, pretty creepy.
A movie poster came up, Death Tunnel.
Yeah, that Death Tunnel was actually a movie that was shot there. I actually
Did you
watched
watch
that
it?
movie. Yeah,
Good?
it's like really low budget. It was okay. But I guess like during the filming, they said that they experienced a few things there, including in the tunnel.
Not much then?
No, nothing like too crazy, but there's a lot of stories of like ghosts and shit there.
Why don't you live there?
Because I would really like to live and stay sane.
Why don't you just stream from a haunted place? Imagine the viewers you'd get.
Think that my equipment would cut out and I would not be able to cast it for that.
You think you'd die?
Yeah. The creepiest thing about this place is that there's ghost children there.
Ghost children, so Silent Hill stuff.
It's really fucking freaky.
Ugh, I don't even know if I have the balls.
I'm not sure if I would.
All right, what's next? We got another man. What's with New York? Hart Island, New York, New York. Both a defunct mental hospital and a shuttered prison can be found here, so that there are a lot of reports of mysterious, anguished cries and whispers isn't entirely surprising. By the way, this is also where New York City currently lays unclaimed corpses to rest.
Oh
What?
wow, that is so. The whole island's like,
Bodies?
wow, yeah, that's really
Unclaimed
creepy.
corpses.
Dumped all the
What
unclaimed
is that,
corpses
like
there.
homeless people?
Probably. I actually look at the picture of them doing that. There's like
Um,
this really generic like coffin, and it says Smith on it.
James Smith, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, and it's crazy what they're doing. They're like laying all the coffins on top of each other, just
God, how
burning
many
them.
fucking creepy ass islands are over there?
Good lord, New York is a fucked up place.
Fuck yeah.
But it is pretty creepy there, though, if you're looking through all the pictures, things and shit.
God, what are they doing over there on the East Coast?
No, they're worshiping Satan or something.
No, they don't keep it real over there like we do.
I keep exactly.
Man, maybe I should never go back. Oh, these pictures are just crazy. They just got lines and lines of boxes, and they're just burying them. You imagine how many you know how many people live over there too? You imagine how many they're putting over there?
Yeah,
Why don't they just burn them?
I have no idea.
All right,
Maybe they want the island to be haunted.
maybe. Number 4, American Flats, Virginia City, Nevada. Semi-close to us.
Ooh.
This former boomtown is on the brink of a demolition as its state of advanced decay has made it quite dangerous. That hasn't stopped a number of cults and ghost hunters from frequenting the grounds. The tunnels are said to have among the highest levels of supernatural activity, and unexplained footsteps have been heard in them.
Well, I look at it. The place is
Let me see.
very urban. Everything's like tagged up.
Tagged,
Yeah,
so it doesn't look that scary. Oh wow.
it does.
Oh my
look
god.
creepy. It does look creepy, but it's just the way. It's also like really tagged up.
Looks like that one shot looks like a place for a first-person shooter.
It does, huh? It looks like a great place to play paintball.
Huh. Do you just hear footsteps in that thing?
Yeah, that doesn't seem too crazy. I don't know why I'd be number 4 for.
See this picture of these these couple got married there?
The hell?
That shot with the water in the middle.
Yeah, that shot's
Pretty
cool.
fucking creepy. They're gonna destroy it though, I guess.
That's good.
I guess it's falling apart. I don't know. That is scary. You should go and live there.
Nah, I think I'll
Nomad,
pass.
live in a haunted place.
No, no.
Nomad, suck dick in a haunted place.
Good lord.
All right, number 3, Elizabeth V. Edwards Elementary School. See, I couldn't fuck with this. This would.
New Jersey.
Take a guess where it is.
New Jersey.
Bargonet, New Jersey. The spirit that haunts this place is regarded as being benevolent. Why can't I speak today?
I don't know.
But a bit of a prankster. One man said he passed the school and saw a light on in one of the rooms. When he went in to turn it off, he discovered that there were no light bulbs in any of the fixtures.
That's scary as shit.
Let's see this place.
Some part, it does look a little creepy. It's not too bad, though.
No?
It is kind of creepy. Oh, those bathrooms. Oh no, those bathrooms, I don't want to go there.
Why?
Because that bathroom looks like it's really scary.
Is it open? Is this still is it abandoned?
Yeah,
It
it's
looks semi-new.
It's abandoned. It looks like it's probably from like the 50s.
It does actually look scary. Wonder why they abandoned it.
Right, because that fucking ghost.
I don't see many scary pictures though.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that scary.
Number pretty high on the list though.
Oh wow, this next place looks very interesting.
What is it? Number 2. Holy Land, USA, Waterbury, Connecticut. Holy Land. Hold on, let me copy that. Once a thriving religious theme park. Oh no. This locale has become a tourist destination of the paranormal kind. The first ghost sighting was reported in 1984. That was when I was born. A woman was seen standing by the dilapidated gates and entering a phantom car.
Phantom cars are the shit.
Why? What's a phantom car?
Phantom car is a ghost car. There's actually been reports of police officers chasing phantom cars, and like the car will like go through like a fence or something, and then all of a sudden it'll just be driving on the other side of the fence.
What?
Yeah, there's a lot of stories about that. Pretty crazy.
This place looks odd.
Looks like, honestly, this looks like a place where Satanists would hang out.
It's all themed about Jerusalem and life of Christ and the Holy Lamb.
Yeah, but shit like that gets tainted after a while. The circumstances. It looks creepy though.
You don't want to go here?
I actually do want to go there. It looks really fucking cool and creepy.
These overgrown and a bunch of foliage covers up signs. It's so creepy.
Did you see the one with the wall tagging? Like the wall originally says Christ, and somebody spray painted an anti in front of it. It's pretty creepy.
A lot of pictures.
Tons of pictures.
Ugh. Okay. Moving on. Number 1. The Mud House Mansion in Lancaster, Ohio. What's with the same states being in this every time?
I've never even heard of this place.
The proprietor of this estate is rumored to have kept slaves for some time after the conclusion of the Civil War. It was an inhuman treatment of them that led to its demise. A slave reportedly freed himself from a locked building one evening and murdered the owner of this family.
Oh shit.
Have you ever heard of this? No?
No, I've never seen or heard of this place before. I don't know why. It makes me kind of mad because I like to read up on all this stuff.
Looks scary.
It does.
You should go there and live there.
That red brick house.
Oh my god, the pictures inside. Man, slavery is so crazy. Like, you imagine being a slave? It's so sad.
Slavery's been was a normal part of life for a really long time until
Well,
last
props to
century.
this guy for breaking out and killing him.
Yeah, I would have probably done the same thing. Maybe.
The pictures of this house, it's crazy it's still standing.
Oh, dude, that fireplace is so dope. That room with the fireplace. So cool.
There's a photo meme here. You know you're from Lancaster when you've driven by this house 10 times on the same night. So I guess it's in a place that you see it quite often. You live there.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm actually gonna have to look this place up. I bet you there's like ghost investigations on this place online. I'm gonna have to check it out. Yeah, it looks really interesting.
I don't know. It looks terrifying.
Good.
Old red brick houses are just not cool.
There's actually a theory that certain places become haunted because of the area. Apparently, they can harness energy.
Are you gonna harness energy?
I'm gonna make you harness my energy.
Well, that brings us to the end of that. Do we share some of our stories?
Sure. Why not?
I'm embarrassed.
Me too. I mean, not everybody believes in this stuff, so I mean, they're automatically gonna be like, "Oh, you're crazy," which is fine. I mean, like, cause like, it's probably better that they don't believe in it, you know?
Probably. I mean, same time, sometimes I don't know if I do, but then you know, I've had stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
just,
I mean,
when you experience it, you become a believer.
yeah.
It's really weird.
You should go first. These are true too. Like, these are stories that Nomad and I have talked about before. It freaked us out. Well, he's freaked out by me more than I'm freaked out by him, but
I don't know. It just seems like most places I've lived have seemed to have like some kind of like activity happen. Like when I was young, I remember waking up in the middle of the night and all of a sudden I just hear like growling coming from my closet. It was scary. This is imprinted in my brain. Like, I'll never forget this. Like, I woke up and I'm just like hearing something in the closet, and I just start hearing something growling from the closet, and I just freak the fuck out. And I'm just.
did you go check it?
Fuck no! I ran straight out my door. I ran down the hallway in my underwear screaming.
Oh wow!
I would not go back in that room all night long. My brother told me that when he's in that house, him and my cousin were chilling in the living room, watching TV, and all of a sudden they started like hearing something behind the couch, It was like making noise and shit, and I like went back there to check to see what it was. Nothing was there. Like few people have experienced shit in there. It's pretty creepy.
What else?
Um, Remember this house that I used to live in town? What's it called? I guess some old lady died in the living room, whatever. But me and my brother were just hanging out in the living room watching TV together, and my aunt was like kind of like right next to us or whatever, and she was just talking normally and shit to us, and then all of a sudden both of us just hear this like it sounded like an old lady laughing and cackling. It was really weird.
Laughing and cackling.
Yeah, and we just like stared at each other, like didn't say anything. And I was like, "Did you fucking just hear that?" He's like, "Yeah, I just heard that. This is really fucking scary." And we're like, looking at my Linda's like, "You didn't say that, right?" She's like, "What? What are you talking about?" And yeah, but there's another experience. It was really weird. That house used to creep me the fuck out. Like, it was weird too because at the door, like on top of the doors, they would drip with oil for some reason. I don't know why.
Now, did you ever use that oil to masturbate with?
I should have. Maybe it would have been like having sex with the ghost or something.
Yeah. Did you ever masturbate in that house?
Yeah, a lot actually. Maybe that's why the old lady was like laughing. She's like, "Ha ha! I've seen you masturbating."
That's a small pecker. Yeah.
I fucking asshole.
What else has happened to you?
Let's see here.
You gotta get to the shadow people.
Like, yeah, well,
I know you hate talking about it.
I've always seen stuff throughout my life, like from since I was a little kid. It's usually just like shadow people here and there, randomly throughout my life. They're just, I don't know, they're weird. They just seem like very curious. I remember a while back, there's this one that used to bug me and my friend. We used to just call him Shadow Man. It started like.
So he saw it too?
Yeah, it was a really weird experience. Actually, it was me, him, and his girlfriend in his room, and then for some reason we just looked outside. We don't know why. We just looked outside the window, and we saw like this shadow person just like staring at us from behind a car, and we're just staring.
Like Slender Man kind of thing?
Kind of. It wasn't like all tall like it or anything. It just looked like a human, but like they're a shadow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're just staring at it. Was just staring at us, like almost like it was just curious.
Like you wanted a hand job kind of thing?
Yeah, almost like we were the ghosts. You know what I mean? Like staring at us like that.
Like you're the strange ones?
Yeah, it was. But anyways, all three of us saw that, and we are just freaking out. Like, what the fuck? Let's say I'm crazy, but fuck, I was the only one that seen it.
Yeah, and that's it.
I have other stuff, but
I thought there was ones where you used to see stuff all the time by yourself. Shadow person on the wall. I remember you told me you walk behind the dresser or something.
Oh, I think you're talking about when I told you about the when I seen the demon face in the door in my parents' room. I was like.
You were masturbating at the time.
No, I was only like 5 then, I think. I didn't masturbate back then. I was really young.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really weird shit happened. Like,
I could have swore you said you saw shadow things walking on the wall. That's when the last time you talked to me about it.
Yeah.
That you were by yourself. There was no friends involved.
My house on Taylor Street, I used to see little shadows. It was weird. The shadows on the walls, like kind of like they're just running by.
Now you're a heavy drug user, right?
I'm on meth, you know.
See, I've never had anything. I feel like I've seen stuff.
A bunch of weird stuff.
I feel like I've seen stuff at night, but it's like something casting a shadow from a different item in the room or something.
I tell you, there's one time. I'm not sure if I told you about this. So inside my house that I'm living right now. When I first moved in here, we were redoing like the kitchen or whatever, and I was sleeping in the living room at the time, and every night, like at around like I want to say like one or midnight, the cabinet doors in the kitchen would slam like really fucking hard to like it would echo throughout the whole house.
Like Paranormal
And,
Activity movie.
yeah, it was pretty freaky, and I just sit there on the couch like, oh fuck, like what the fuck is that? Okay, the first time I heard it, I didn't do nothing about it. I was just freaked out. I just left it alone and ignored it, and then it kept on happening over and over again. And then finally, I got pissed off, frustrated about it. So as soon as it happened, I just picked up my balls and ran straight to the kitchen to see if there's anything there, see if anybody's playing like joke on me or whatever, and nothing was there. And I went to the other rooms just to check to see if anybody was awake or anything, and nobody was awake. Everybody had their rooms locked and everything.
Huh.
Really fucking freaky, honestly.
Wow.
I've heard things like call my name out and shit, and just like, okay, then I didn't hear that.
Did it say Vincent?
Yeah. Sort of like whispering my name.
Pretty creepy.
It is fucking creepy, and I wish these things didn't happen to me.
Well, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while since anything's happened.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think me being more positive has helped.
Definitely.
I think spirits like attach to you and will fuck
Negativity.
with you. If you're in like in a really negative spot in your life, it sort of like it attracts them like a magnet, I guess you can say.
Maybe that's why that shit happened to me then.
It could be.
Remember, wasn't I pretty down at that time? Maybe. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, spirits feed off your energy, and if you give out a certain type of energy, they're gonna fuck with you.
Did I tell my story now?
Yeah, go for it.
I feel scared of my story because I don't understand it, and I don't.
Yeah, it's always scary. Yeah.
Well, first thing that comes to mind of anything that's happened to me was when I was still in Tempe in my loft. That was when I just got Cloud recently. He was a little pup still. He was like a year, maybe 2 years old. And that was when I had the big beanbag as my couch. So I would lay on my lap with my laptop on the beanbag, and he'd lay on there with me. And there were weeks where he would lay there, then all of a sudden, like he'd be with his head down sleeping, all of a sudden his head would perk up and he would stare directly at the bathroom door and just stare, and he'd just start growling. There was nothing going on. There was no noises or nothing. He would just growl, and he'd bark at it sometimes. This would happen every other week, sometimes a couple times a week, every 2 weeks, something like that. And nothing was ever in there. It was just very weird. That's that he would always just do that.
Is this in your current house right now?
No, this was when I was living in Tempe in a building, 4th floor. And who knows what he would see, but he would just stare, just stare at that door. But then recently, well, maybe it's been about a year, I'd say, maybe. You'd always give me shit over that Ouija board. I do own a Ouija board, and I've tried to do it by myself because I've always really wanted to talk to my grandma again. And that's probably wrong with me, right, Nomad?
Yeah, yeah, kind of a little bit. I mean, if she's resting in peace, then it's kind of disrespectful to the spirit because you're like bringing her out of her, peaceful zone or whatever.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, like, when you use the Ouija board, you might get a spirit that's imitating your grandma, and it's not actually her, and it'll just fuck with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On purpose. It'll do it on purpose to get you attached to the board, basically.
As far as when I used it, I don't distinctly remember like it ever even communicating with me. Nothing ever happened. But I've had maybe 5 instances where I've had sleep paralysis, I guess is what you would call it.
Sleep paralysis.
There's like this on it, like real talk. There's this middle ground in your mind when you like. I've had sleep problems. I was through bad depression back then. That was before I was like full-time streamer, or maybe when I was struggling because I didn't think I'd even be good at it or make it. Blah 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 blah. But there's like this point when you're laying down and you can feel like you're gonna sleep, but there's seriously this middle gray area that you can sometimes not even like forcefully put yourself into, but you just slip into it. But like when it happens, I feel like there's this other thing there, this being, and I don't know what it is, but like I'm trying to figure out the best way to describe it. I felt like I could, I don't know, like it would come into me, and I felt like I was weightless. Like there was one time it happened, I felt like I could almost levitate off the bed, like I could almost go to the ceiling and walk on it if I wanted to, like no joke. And
That's creepy.
it is. And then like there was one time like I couldn't move. I felt it happening and I could feel like I was flexing every muscle in my body to break out of it. Like I was screaming, but I couldn't scream. I couldn't move.
Yeah.
I was extremely tense. And then another time when it happened, I did this creepy laugh. I could hear it. I just went like, oh, and that's all that came out of me. And I could feel
Wow.
myself doing it, but I couldn't stop it.
That's
And then,
really fucking scary.
yeah. And then there, and like I felt like I could lift up, and then like I could feel whatever that was. Like it wanted to give me, I don't know, maybe it wanted to let me lift off the bed or something. But and then there was like every single time though, I eventually like fight it, and I woke up, like I would jump up in bed. I'm like, get the fuck out of me, or like I would just like scream at it or something. But it hasn't happened in probably. When's the last time you heard me talk about that? 8 months ago. More
Yeah,
than that.
something like that. Yeah, you texted me in the middle of the night, really freaked out.
Oh my god, it's very like I didn't feel scared. Like it wasn't. I didn't feel scared of it. Like I felt like I was in control. I know I felt like I didn't have control for a little while, but I didn't feel scared of it. Like it didn't feel like a scary demon or anything. It felt, I don't know how to describe it. Like it was terrifying, but I didn't feel scared. Does that make sense?
Almost like it's part of you.
Not even, no, it didn't. It felt like an alien thing to me. It just,
It's really
it felt like it was trying to gain control of me, but then it eventually felt, or it didn't. It couldn't. Like I refused to let it do whatever it was trying to do. But it was scary. And like when you would, every single time I would break out of it, my body is just covered. I would be in cold sweat, and my body was just covered in goosebumps, and my ears were ringing, really loud. Like you know, after you masturbate or have sex, Nomad, sometimes
were you
your
really,
ears ring.
Did you feel like extremely hot?
No, I felt cold as fuck, but I was sweaty, and I was just covered in goosebumps, and my ears were ringing so loud I couldn't even hear anything. Pretty much every time it happens.
Doesn't sound like a dream to me.
Huh?
Sorry.
No, it wasn't a dream.
It sounds like something literally was trying to possess you.
It was. I'm telling you, it was. I was awake the whole time. I knew it was happening every time it would happen.
It trips me out how much we have in common sometimes.
My eyes were open. I could see the ceiling. I could feel like I could lift up and go up and touch it if I wanted to.
I have this one story that I could never like tell anybody. I think I've told you about it before. Like I can't talk about it because for some reason every time I talk about it, something starts happening. It's really fucking weird.
That's why I was kind of scared to talk about mine right now. But do you want to share it? Let's do it.
No, I'm not gonna talk about it just because. But I'll tell you about it another time. Like something similar to yours. I was staying at my friend's house, and I would always sleep in the living room on the recliner, and it only happened in that part of the house. And every time I'd sleep in there, this would happen for a while. Every time I'd sleep in there, I'd have this really creepy dream about this tall guy in a dark cloak, walking from out of the kitchen, and he would stand in front of me, and all of a sudden my mouth would just open like extremely wide to the point to where it hurt, and he would like,
oh god,
almost like he would turn into like a mist, and he was trying to like go inside of my mouth and enter me. But
that's what it felt like for me. Like it would go into my mouth.
The really fucking freaky thing about it though is when I woke up, I would wake up with my mouth so wide open that it felt like something was literally like trying to rip my jaw apart, kind of, and it hurts. So, and I would wake up, and the noise I'd be making is like a
yes,
like that.
Exactly.
And it felt like kind of hard. The feeling's kind of hard to describe.
When I was in it, in that moment, I could feel my jaw completely, like loose jaw all the way down. Like I could feel what my body looked like. My mouth was completely open.
Yeah. Whenever that would happen, I would just close my eyes and just like pray, and like it would just stop. And, like, but after though, like, oh my jaw hurts so bad. After every time.
I just remember like it reminded me of like a dead person, like the way that the jaw would probably open and slack open.
It was really fucking scary, and like that was one of the scariest things that happened to me. It's not the scariest, but yeah. The other thing the only reason why I won't talk about it is just because weird shit starts happening whenever I talk about it. So like I just
Was that all there was to
The
share?
the last time I talked about it, immediately this like literally hours later, just some weird shit would happen.
Well, at least
I
we're in
was
the
like,
middle of the
okay,
day. We're in the middle of the day, and we're awake right now, though.
yeah.
But
I was,
remember, like, it probably could have had something to do with, like, a negative time in our life, negative energy
yeah,
we were
it
putting
could.
off. And
Yeah, it was really, really freaky.
yeah, well, that's crazy. I didn't know we had a similar experience, and I'm not even trolling. This is honest to God
Yeah,
truth.
like I don't. Yeah,
It was terrifying, and I remember I told you and James about it. Remember that day?
yeah. I was trying to. Yeah, I remember talking to you about it,
And you both said you
trying to
felt
help you.
something.
Yeah, it was really
Well,
weird.
let me
It's like,
explain. Let me explain it first. Like the day this happened, the day after, I would text James and Nomad and told them what happened. I was kind of freaked about it, and I was driving somewhere in my car, and I text them, and then go ahead. What happened for you, Nomad?
just felt like praying for you or whatever, and just talking to you about it,
But you said you
and
felt like
trying to help you
something
with it.
weird.
It felt really like something.
Was
It
mad
almost
at
felt like
you.
there's something in the room with me, and it was just felt. It was the energy in the room just changed really quick, and it just felt like really, really like almost like this angry feeling.
Yeah, that's what James said. He said he felt like really something weird was
Yeah,
like he shouldn't be trying to help me.
yeah, like I like myself, like my emotions during time changed. It felt really weird. Like I myself was like starting to feel angry at myself for no reason. Like it was really weird, and whatever that was, I don't
Yeah.
ever want to feel that again. It was scary.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. So, but I haven't had whatever that be. Obviously, it was probably some kind of a being or entity. I don't know what it was, but it hasn't bothered me in almost a year now, I'd say.
Yeah, sometimes these things they're just passing through basically, and as they're passing through, they run into people and they fuck with them, and then they leave.
Yeah. So don't worry, guys. I'm not possessed, or nothing's wrong with me.
Oh,
All right. Well,
fuck.
we've gone. You know how long we've gone on now?
I have no idea.
Our counter, my counter's here at 54 minutes. We've talked about this. 55
Oh wow.
now.
Well, it's a cool subject, you know.
It was. We could probably go on this forever.
Yeah, we could.
All right. Well, I'm going to bring this one to a close. That was podcast number 6. Thank you, Nomad, for talking
You're
to me about
welcome.
this.
Everybody, keep it real.
We've got
Stay away
to
from ghosts.
go ahead. Would you say stay away from what?
Stay away from ghosts. Say your prayers at night, so you don't have to go through weird shit like us. And if you don't believe in ghosts, you're
Don't feed it energy.
good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't feed into the energy. It'll just bring you down.
And as far as the stream, this week I will be continuing, I guess it would be the final horror week. This is the last week of October. So you'll see Evil Within. If I beat it before Halloween, I'm sure we'll come up with a bunch of other stuff. I kind of wanted to finish Resident Evil 4, but I don't feel it's that scary, so I might do 3, Resident Evil 3. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Nomad had something you wanted me to play too, didn't you? What was it? Keep bugging me about. Oh, the Resident Evil 2 thing.
Oh yeah, Resident Evil 2 thing.
There's
31st. There's the alpha of the remake of Resident Evil 2.
It's fan made though. Jolly Roger told me.
Yeah, it's fan made, but it actually looks really good, and it's made on the Unity engine, so it doesn't seem like it's gonna be too bad.
So I'll probably be playing that this Halloween. It's Resident Evil 2 remake, and I guess it's not the full game. I don't know how far it'll let us go in.
It's just probably most likely it's gonna be like a couple hours, something like that.
And after that, November is I'm not too thrilled, but I'm doing this for Candy. He's been bugging me for years. He already bought me the entire collection, but November is going to be the Grand Theft Auto marathon finally, because I guess Grand Theft Auto 5, the remake, well, whatever you want to say, remaster for PS4 and PC comes out in November, so it's going to have to coincide with that. It's not going to take up entirety of November, but probably a good chunk, and we'll probably play Borderlands in November. And then, of course, December, kind of far off, but December is going to be a Kingdom Hearts marathon. And that's it for this this podcast. See you next time. Do a little creepy voice, Nomad.
The ghost of the
Nomad sucks dick.
Oh, Chris does it even better.
Nomad likes men.
Oh. Chris taught me how to love men.
All right, now we have to do the awkward thing where I have to let it record so it doesn't cut off.
Oh, okay.
We have to sit here.
Peanut butter cup.